Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you're from. This is Kavita Ramchand from Life Success Coaching in Mauritius. So, I am reading to you the book You Were Born Rich every Tuesday, every Thursday, and today we are starting a new chapter which is called The Razor's Edge. It's a very interesting chapter, and it's the one that like if I were to give it to you in one sentence, it's the one that will make the difference between the winners and not the winners in life. Okay, so let me just start it right away. The razor's edge. You are only 1 inch, one step, one idea away from turning onto the boulevard of beauty in your own life. It has often been said that the line which separates winning from losing is as fine as a razor's edge, and it is. I am talking about winning in a big way and in all areas of your life. W. Somerset Maugham wrote an entire book entitled The Razor's Edge, and Daryl F. Zanuck spent $4 million producing a movie which had the same title. Both of these men, author and movie maker alike, knew there wasn't a big difference among people. There was only a big difference in the things they accomplished. That was the theme of the movie as well as the book. This is something that we really, really need to understand because it makes the biggest difference in our life. You see? Okay, let me continue so you'll understand. One person just about starts a project, the other person starts it. One individual almost completes a task, the other one does complete it. One person sees an opportunity, the other acts on it. One student nearly passes the exam, the other does pass it. And although the difference in their marks may be only 1 percentage point out of 100, it's that 1 point that makes all the difference. This is something we really, really need to understand because we are all here with the same potential. We just need to believe in ourselves 101% that we have won, as in we have won. There's no space for doubt. And it's only that will lead to those kind of results. In my opinion, that's what it is. The annals of sports history are rich with dramatic illustrations of the razor's edge concept. For example, at the 1976 Olympic Games in Montreal, Canada, there were 8 finalists competing in the 100-meter dash, but the runner who won the Olympic gold medal was only 1/10 of a second faster than the runner who finished in the last place. Can you imagine this? 8 participants, and they must have been running, practicing every single day for probably if the next Olympics was coming in 4 years, they had 4 years to practice daily to become the best at what they do. And in that one race will determine the fastest and the slowest. And there was only a gap of 1/10 of a second. But then the one who won. In 1947, Armed, the first racehorse in the history of United States, racing to win over $1 million in prize money over the duration of his career. The first racehorse in the history who used to race to win over $1 million in prize money. And he had earnings of $761,500. That was his earnings, okay, during his career. But the horse which finished second in earnings that same year, a horse which often lost races a mile long by only a nose, won only $75,000. Now, if you were to look at their winnings alone, it would appear that Arm was 13 times better than his closest competitor. However, when you compare the times that were actually registered by those two horses in their races, you discover really he really wasn't even 4% superior. But you see the difference in the earnings? Now you have grown up with the idea that some people have it and some people don't. or because some people are much better than others, they enjoy much more abundance of the abundance of life. But I want you to understand right here and now, this idea is absolutely false. For you are every bit as good or as powerful as anyone you see, know, or even hear about. Everybody has the same potential. Everyone. Remember, since the difference between them and you is only in the area of accomplishments, and since there is something you can do that will vastly improve the results you are achieving presently, you have the potential to become even more successful than they are. You may already know how to do what others are doing. If you don't, you can learn. And since your potential power is unlimited, you can do even greater things than they are doing now. Isn't that a good concept? Isn't that nice to know that you also have the potential to achieve everything? You know, one of the things that I feel that has caused a lot of decline in the world at large is the fact that a lot of people have crushed the potential of their children or their spouse or the people around them. We are not here to fight people because we are the same. We all have the same potential. We are all, in essence, spiritual beings. We are here to be friends. Yes, there are competition, but the competition is just to test your potential, how good you are. When you lose, do you give up? Or do you say, I'm going to try and make it better next time? What do you do? What do you choose to do? So you want to understand that life is not about competing with other people. We are not here to do that. In fact, that will weaken us as a society. We are here to compete with ourselves. We want to just get better. How did that one person win 1/10 of a percentage before the other one? So the one who did not wants to try now to outperform that person who came first. Not in a spirit of jealousy, no, but in a spirit of inspiration. If that person could do it, that means even I can do it. I just have to improve myself a little more. That is what we are talking about. That kind of, let's say, contribution. It's a competition, but it's a very healthy competition. We're not out there trying to kill each other in this competition. And that idea of putting each other down, that idea is detrimental to society at large. So we want to get away from those kind of thinking. In fact, the world is changing now to tell us science has discovered that you can shift your mindset, you can shift your attitude, you can think differently. And the moment you start doing that, your results will just shoot off again. If it, let's say you were always a high achiever, you will reach a ceiling at one point of time and you can break through that ceiling. Most people feel they cannot, but that's not true. Everybody can. And for that you need a mentor. I would highly recommend a mentor. That's what I do in my coaching, because the goal that you want to achieve, it's possible. Everybody can have it. The limit is where you are right now and your potential. So if you start to think about that and think differently, you will achieve what you want. So thank you for being here, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.